Hi everyone. Hello, and good evening, good morning, or good afternoon to you, dear listeners, dear watchers, dear individuals. Tonight, the Midnight Radio goes live for the very first time. Actually, not really for the first time. We've had a couple of live sessions, but in terms of an actual program, this is the first time that we're actually doing it live, so I'm hoping that this all goes well tonight. I'm pretty confident about it. And I'm excited. So thank you so much for joining. For those who are tuned in, Rikuo, thank you for being early. Thank you for joining us tonight. Yeah, so the past episodes have always been pre-recorded, and as we kind of continue how this show would go, right? We'll continue exploring different ways of doing the Midnight Radio. Starting off with right now, we're doing it live. And I'm kind of trying to do these interview styles as well. So hopefully I can get more of you guys to join me here on the studio and we can have something like this. But tonight, I think we have someone really, really special. I'm checking the chat right now. Morphy VT says, I wonder who's the guest. Sino kaya? Who is this guest? So how are you guys doing tonight? I hope you guys are having a good Friday. I hope your week went well. Hope you guys are having a good time. It's finally Friday for most of us who are having our last work day of the week, last school day of the week. Yeah, hope you guys are having a good one, and thank you for choosing to chill with us here at the Midnight Radio. So, how's everyone doing? I hope you guys are having a good time. Feel free to share with us your weekend plans. Franz, our beloved Franz is in chat. Hi Franz, thank you for dropping by. Yes, it's finally the weekend. Lots of stuff happening this weekend as well. We have Patrons of the Arts Women's Month happening this weekend, so for those who will be dropping by, I hope you guys have a good time. Check out all the cool stuff. I think they have a lot of really cool workshops this weekend, so I hope you guys would, enjoy and share your experiences. We'll be at Grafica. Oh, right! There's also Grafica Manila happening this weekend. So lots of artsy stuff. I'm not sure about cosplay conventions or all of those other hobby related events, if there would be some. I'm thinking if there are any. I can't think of anything top of mind at this point, but yeah, I just remember POTA, Women's Month, and yeah, Grafica Manila, as Fran said. Kind of anxious for what's gonna happen on March 16th. What's on March 16th? Rikuo on chat says kind of anxious for what's gonna happen on March 16th. What's going on March 16th? I'm not sure if I'm losing track of something. I can't really recall at the top of my head. Think at the top of my head right now if... Whoa! Yeah! Right! There's an Eat the Rich collab happening on March 16th. Care of VTubers by Anihan. Oh, Rico, you're joining that. So, yay! Yippee! I'm glad that you're joining that collab. Eat the Rich is super fun. It's a very, very interesting game, and I've been playing it with the gang over at VTubers by Anihan for quite some time, and I don't know. I did kind of volunteer if they need more people to join just to fill up the lobby. I did volunteer for that March 16th lobby also, but I'm not sure. We're prioritizing new players, so I hope that all works out. But yeah, my first collab in 5 years. Wow! I hope you have a good one. And Eat the Rich is such a collab-worthy game. To a degree. It's like Pico Park. It's one of those. Yeah. Hello, VoxYT TV. Thank you so much for dropping by. How are you doing tonight? Hope you guys are having a good one. So, yeah. The Midnight Radio will be a little different. We're structuring the stream in such a way that it's kind of pretty show-like. So I might not be able to bump up the chat every so often. So especially once we get to the program proper. And with that, you guys... allow us to keep you company this Friday night, whether you're out and about, trying to fall asleep, working, studying, or simply vibing around, tune into this frequency that aims to give you both the cozy horror vibes and the unexpected entertainment. I'm your phantom broadcaster Makeeya, and this is the Midnight Radio. As I mentioned earlier tonight, I am not alone in the studio for the first time. Yeah, I'm not alone. We did actually had a bit of like a collab type of like talking here at the Midnight Radio booth a while back, but that was for an entirely different purpose. For an actual show, however, this is my first time to not be alone doing a Midnight Radio show. And I actually have someone really special here tonight, and it's such an honor to have him as the first official guest of the Midnight Radio. So yummy! He is an esteemed ASMRtist, well loved for his character ASMRs, including Alistair, Vox, Doma, the Seja Boys, and many, many more. He is also a variety streamer here on Twitch who recently became active once again in the streaming scene after his re-debut last February 2026. He is a vampire isekai'd after being slain by his own servant, now resurrected into a different world by a cat god. He now serves as a Cat Knight of the Kingdom of Visia, so everyone join me in welcome to the Midnight Radio, Lucanis Morphy! Hello! Hello, Morphy.
Drinking and
There you go. There you go.
Yeah,
I can hear you. Well, we had a bit of like an audio difficulty. Let's do that again.
Now
I can
do it again.
now.
Oh, wait.
Let's welcome to the Midnight Radio, Lucanis Morphy.
Yeah.
How are you doing tonight, Lucanis Morphy?
I'm doing good, Makeeya. Hello, everyone. Hello, it's me, Lucanis Morphy, Cat Knight Vtuber. Yeah.
Yummy, and thank you. Bambi, thank you for lurking. Makifi. Yeah, we just started. So let's do let's run through chat for a bit. So Vox YT TV, it's Uncle Morphy.
Uncle
Morphy
not an
is
uncle.
in the house.
Yeah. Hello, Vox. Hello, Rikuo. Hello, Franz. Hello, Vampy. How are you guys? I hope you guys are doing good. Yeah.
Tawa ako sa Makifi Makfi.
McPhee. Oh, I'm hungry. McDo.
Chicken.
Chicken. Yeah.
Yummy. To all of you guys here on chat, we will be opening the floor for Lucanis Morphy to answer a bit more of like questions and like comments and messages from you guys. We'll get to that later on. So if you have any, it's paused. It's paused.
Eh?
I know.
It's paused?
I'm checking
Paused?
on my end. It seems okay. It's running on my end.
Yeah, I see us on Twitch. I don't know.
It's good.
I don't have the volume on though, so I don't know if we're sounds good. Do we sound good? Eh?
Yeah. We
It's
sound
good?
Yeah, it's good.
No, that's
Kana.
I was gonna say Mandy, but okay, yeah.
It's all good. Okay.
The name drop.
But yeah, so if you guys have any messages, if you guys have anything in mind, any questions, any messages for Lucanis Morphy, feel free to drop them on chat so that we can also go back to it later on in the show. We have a couple of questions for him before we get to that. So, yeah. Morphy, how are you feeling? How are you feeling tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to be in the Midnight Radio with my favorite phantom, Makeeya.
Thanks, manual soundboard. Yeah, Rico, I saw that question you left on my TikTok earlier. That's already a part of like what's this? Questions.
What did Rico ask?
Yeah, we'll get to the questions from the audience later. So before that, Morphy, yeah, I do have some questions for you here for our show as well. So, okay, so first of all, like, tell us, like, I'm curious, you know, when we were practicing this yesterday, I was like, hey, Morphy, you kind of like have to move because like you're taking, your armor is like taking, your armor is taking so much space, but it's fine. We're fine now. Ooh. What was that?
What was that?
So I was like, okay, that's a lot of cool stuff happening on your model. So can you tell us a bit more about your design process, like with your model? You've had quite a number of like redesigns, right? You've had a bunch of like designs and models throughout the years. So can you tell us a bit more about that?
So it's a long process because at first I was a human, like a long time ago. I used to have like a 3D model. Like I was a person. I was a normal person. I was a person. Yeah. And I had a 3D model. I'd use it everywhere on VR chat, on YouTube. And then eventually I made enough money to commission a 2D model. And that 2D model, it was still human me. So it was like a human with a suit and just pretty generic, but still looked good. And you know, it was the foundation of who I'd be. And I had blue hair back then. And then I decided, what if I had 4 eyes?
Okay.
So then the idea came. What would fit like someone with 4 eyes? Like, what would be my gimmick, or like what kind of race I'd be? So I decided I'd be a vampire. Yeah. So that's the look that probably a lot of you know me by. Like originally, like the 4-eyed vampire look with the blue hair and the, I don't know how you describe it. It's like the shirt with the frills and then the pants and stuff.
Right.
And then and then after that, like I had that model, the vampire model, for a while. That's what I was known for a while. And I became like the sussy vampire. I don't know why. I'm a pretty wholesome vampire.
Well, I think I have a bit of a related question to that later on, but I'll save it. I'll save it for later.
So eventually, I wanted a change. I wanted to be a knight because I always love fantasy stories. I love the medieval and fantasy setting, and those are also just my favorite type of media in games, in movies, in shows. So, I decided it's time to change up. And then, I had a new model, and that was the previous model that you guys probably know me by as well, with the I don't know what color it was, like a light green or blue green or bleen.
Bleen.
Bleen. It was a bleen hair, and I still had the four eyes, and I had a very Hiro Cat would call it a Fire Emblem design. And
You know
then,
what?
yeah.
Yeah, you know what? That's pretty
Mm,
accurate.
mm.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had lots of memories with that model. That's also how I met Makeeya with
Yeah.
with that model, and yeah, that'll always have a special place in my heart. But then I decided, it's time for another new look. and and just like what Asobi Tengu is saying in chat, I want it to be green, so green. I want it to be green. So, ta-da! Fast forward to now. Yeah, look, this is the current look. I'm green. This
You're
model
green.
was made by my Papa Hani, also known as
Papa
Hanada
Hani.
Hajime, and and the model was rigged by Cymations, and this is probably the best rig I've ever experienced because it has V Bridger and all that awesome stuff that technical stuff that I don't know, but I love it. I love it. And yeah, I just love the look of this new one. Very medieval fantasy inspired. I really love like armors and stuff in media, so the fact that I was able to get this look, actually I was the one who like sort of made a template of the look, and then I sent it to Papa Hani, and I really love how it came out. Like, I really love the color and everything.
Yeah,
I'm green
it looks-
and I'm purple. So yeah, that's the story of my look.
That is
Yeah.
amazing. That is amazing. Any particular reason as to like your choice of color schemes, right? Like, you started off with like this dark blue, purple thingy, the hair, right? And then eventually you went to that bleen,
Bleen.
the bleen color, and then now it's like a darker shade of green. So any like reason for the choice of colors?
Yeah, so originally I had like blue hair for my model, and it was just because I like blue, and blue looks nice, and I don't know, I just had that blue phase back then.
Right.
Even in real life, I had like blue hair.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. Or should I say brown?
I was about to say
I'm kidding. He's blue. Yeah. And then, when I switched over to the bleen look, I was just thinking, I like green and I like blue, so let's combine it like a pineapple pen. We combined the blue and the green, and I also just thought that at the time, it looks good
Yeah.
because my character is like, I have tan, like a pale tan complexion, so I thought, what would be a nice like color to go with the hair color. So I thought, yeah, maybe a lighter shade, a lighter color for my hair would be nice. And that's when I also started just, slowly implementing the purple color in my clothing. Which now you see I'm just purple all over.
Just purple all over.
Back then there was like some gold in my outfit, and
Yeah,
but now
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like full purple. And yeah, this is my color now. And now going to this look now, I just thought, I like the designs of like Dark Knights, like the Black Knight type of design. So I thought, yeah, I wanted my armor to be black, and I wanted like the purple color because I thought like those two, like black and purple, go good together.
Yeah, absolutely.
And black is my favorite color, and I just wanted to just wear black.
No, that's fair.
And
That's fair.
and I decided I wanted to have like dark green hair, or like just I don't know if dark green's the right term, or just green, 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 green.
Well, it is pretty like dark greenish. Like it's a
Yeah,
moss green of sorts. It's
more.
one of those like
Yeah.
if you apply it IRL, right? If you dye your hair that color in real life, it'll look like black or semi-natural on a like in a dark room or in a not so
Ah,
well lit
yeah.
room. But when the sunlight or the light touches your hair, you're gonna see the color. Like it's
Ah,
one of those shades, like navy green. Yeah, Nicole says on chat, navy green or camo
navy
green.
green.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Vox says green for the head, purple shoulders, knees and toes. Knees and toes.
Knees, toes, knees and toes.
Takla siya.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
it's like the green look
Mhm.
now. Like I think this might be the look. Like this might be what you'll see me from now on for a long time. This look. I love how I love the color of my eyes and the color of my hair, to
Yeah.
be precise. When I sent my like references for my design to Papa Hani, I was like, the reference I sent was Mao Mao from Apothecary Diaries, because she had like
Oh, okay.
green
You know
hair
what?
and
That's
blue eyes.
I see it. I see it.
Yeah, yeah.
The color of the hair.
Yeah.
I see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm.
Cool. Cool. And
Yeah.
since you're feeling pretty confident, like super duper confident about this new look, this new model of yours, are you? Do you think like it's gonna be the one? You know, the one that's like probably okay. So say for example, maybe eventually you'd change a couple of things, but like at least the general look of it all, right? Do you feel like that's
Yeah.
the one?
Yeah, I have to say that this might be the one. And I'm probably, I would say 90% sure that this is the one,
Uh huh.
because I just really love how it looks.
It does. It
And the
does.
rigging is
Yeah.
amazing, the art is amazing, and I just, it's not just like with this. I feel like with my content creation, I feel like I'm working more and doubly hard and putting out more content with this face. So I think this is
Oh, that's
just
fair.
what's going
Yeah.
to be in my for my branding, and I just love it. I just love it. I feel attached to this look, and yeah, I'm excited for the adventure that we will be having. Yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
that's cool. And speaking of like a bit of rebrand, not just visually, you know, I personally came to know you as Dracula Morphy, right?
Yeah.
So then now you're Lucanis Morphy. I know you've like tackled a bit more about this during your re-debut stream, so I'm not really gonna ask about like the lore behind the name and whatnot. However, there is a bit of a curiosity that I have, which I think wasn't asked before. So the Dictalis roast, Nicola says. Um, yeah, so the question I wanted to ask is, what do you think is the sign aside, right? The sign aside. What do you think is the biggest difference between Dracula Morphy and Lucanis Morphy?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, okay. So the difference between Dracula and Lucanus Morphy. Uh, hmm. I think Dracula Morphy is kind of you know, he's he's this guy that's, he's trying to prove himself. Like he's young, he's hungry, and he's also kind of sussy. But I feel like Lucanus is like this version of him that has grown. Like in character, Lucanus is like the good version of Dracula Morphy. But if I were to say like just in general, I feel like Lucanus is the evolution of who Dracula Morphy is, and just maybe the entirety of Morphy in general. Back in the day when I was just doing reaction videos, as voicing as Izuku Midoriya. Fast forward to the ASMR content, and then my journey in VTubing as Dracula Morphy. I think Lucanis is the the evolution, the older and wiser, the what the just the more experienced, and you know, he's been around the block, he's been around the content creation side, and it just feels fitting that he is, this guy that was isekai into this new world,
Right.
because I feel like Lucanis Morphy is a new beginning. Yeah.
Yay!
Yippee!
Okay, that's really interesting. But I do want to note that again, that sussy, like Dracula Morphy is the sussy one, and it's not like happening. It's not now with Lucanis Morphy. Is that right?
I'm pretty wholesome, guys. I'm pretty wholesome.
Okay. Okay. So speaking of like a bit of shifting from Dracula Morphy then Lucanis Morphy, there's a common denominator there, right? Needless to say, it's Morphy. And that's all of your handles, right? That's like all of your handles.
It's me.
So can you tell us a bit more about like where Morphy came from?
He was born. Anyway, so the Morphy, well, starting with the name, Morphy was just, I don't know where the name came from. It's just that that was my username on YouTube, like even before I became a content creator. Like that was my YouTube name, even when I was like, I don't know, probably like 12 or in my teens. Because I've been using YouTube for a long time. Like I've been through it all when it comes to YouTube. Like I remember just watching the OGs, like a Fred, Ray William Johnson, PewDiePie, Annoying Orange, Jenna Marbles, all of that. My back!
You're
My back!
I was about to say.
My back.
You're back. You're back.
I'm back.
Yeah.
And through all that time, I had the Morphy name. So when I decided to become a content creator, I was like, I don't have any good ideas for a name. I'ma keep this one. And yeah, that's when I started making. I started just doing voice acting content, and I would react to videos just impersonating characters. So I started off with like doing like Dragon Ball Z characters. Then it shifted into My Hero Academia, and My Hero Academia content just became so popular with me. And then I shifted to ASMR content, and it just skyrocketed there. I just started, oh my god, that's what happened. And then fast forward to now, it's still my content. Technically, I'd still do ASMR content just with different characters, and then that's when the VTubing journey begun. And yeah, that's how the Morphy you guys know is here. Yeah. And man, if you asked me all those years ago, did I expect that this would be like my main source of income, my job? I'd be invited to a convention to speak in front of a bunch of people and make a fool out of myself? I would laugh at your face.
that video never saw the light of day, so be thankful. Y'all had to be there. Y'all had to be there to know what the heck that was.
Yes. I teleported to VTuber News Drop headquarters and stole the clip.
Stole the thing.
It's gone. It's gone.
Shout out to V2 News Drop. Shout out to Jay.
Yeah.
And I think Madikoji-san might have, like, I think Madikoji-san was also covering that event. So shout out to you, Madikoji-san, for that. Rikuwa says on chat, I think someone posted the clip of that. Likely not, because it was like that event is a bit particular when it comes to the media that was being released publicly. Like people cannot really freely take photos inside the venue because a lot of VTubers were actually there in person. So to keep, the integrity of the event and the identities of the people there and stuff like that, I think only esteemed media partners, the media partners who were authorized to cover the event, were allowed to post about it. So we only know of a very few people who had clips of that segment where Morphy was. So they didn't post it. I'm not sure what happened there. If it kind of just like, I think they were securing final approvals or whatever from the organizers before releasing, and I'm not in the position to talk about it, but long story short, it never really saw the light of day, and Lucanis Morphy was just dreading it so badly.
Yeah.
So badly. that the thing was there.
Yeah.
But, yeah. These VTuber cons here, I think there will be a couple more happening this year. So literally stuff that happens in those cons are like, you just had to be there.
Which is a good idea too, because you see like, post on like TikTok where people are making fun of VTubers. So I think that's a good idea too, like to have like, those kind of rules in place where you can't record during those conventions.
That's for sure. Yeah. A lot of things are taken out of context. But before I get to that, welcome to the chat, Mr. Big Boss. Thank you for dropping by. We're having the Midnight Radio show now. Basically, we're doing an interview session with Lucanis Morphy, who is my special guest tonight.
Hello, Big Boss.
And
Boss.
then Vox says, call you Makeeya, ano yun? Nawala. Makinions.
Call you Makinions? Makinions.
Cute.
Hello,
okay.
Makinions.
Right. So back to the topic. I agree with that. Many things get taken out of context when just a bit of a clip, right? A bit of something is posted mindlessly. It can go haywire. It can go all over the place with people suddenly judging the situation or the person or whatever, and no one really knows the bigger context behind it. So it's really interesting that more niche cons here in the Philippines, like VTuber cons or like R18 cons, especially the R18 cons, like you absolutely cannot freely take videos and photos just like that, which is really interesting because like it's usually within these niche cons that people really follow the rules, right? Like you'd expect things to be a bit more chaotic, like it's an R18 con, right? You'd feel like, oh, people might be like doing silly stuff, but no, everyone's more disciplined, more they really follow the rules extensively, so that's cool. But yeah, back to the whole, we went a bit of a tangent regarding documentation of such events. But yeah, there is a video, someone's hard drive, like Jay, shout out to Jay and Madikuji-san. Sa mga memory cards niyo po, sa mga hard drives niyo po is a proof of Lucanis Morphy doing his thing, doing the thing.
Send the Makinions, delete the hard drive.
Send Makinions, delete the hard drive. Yeah. So anyway, so we're back to it. Yapping so much until they have no idea, then watches the comment section and goes back to the same topic. Yeah, this is kind of like how we go here. We try to accommodate the chat and then go back to a topic, branch out from a different topic, and like go back to the main topic. That's how we roll here at the Midnight Radio. And yeah, before we head over to the next couple of questions, guys in the chat, feel free to also send in any questions, any messages for Lucanis Morphy. Just share them here. I'm also monitoring the chat so that I can go back to it later on in the segment of our program. So yeah, if you guys have anything, feel free to share them here and we can get back to them later on. So Morphy, you were talking about stuff or rather your growth on YouTube and how it became your entire identity. Like it's your source of income now. It's really what you do. It's really your life, You also recently had this sudden spike on TikTok.
I don't know about
yeah, this sudden spike on TikTok. You have like a TikTok that's like nearing 500,000 views at this point. So yeah, how did you feel when that word on beat challenge, that thing that you did? How did you feel when it suddenly gained traction and sort of became like your TikTok branding? A lot of people on TikTok knew you because of that video. So, how do you feel about that?
I do not know what you're talking about. Well, I just posted those videos because, it was funny. And then, I went to sleep. And before that, we were talking, and you told me that, oh wow, there's like I forgot how much it was.
I think it was
10,000.
No, it was way less. It was like 5K
1,000
or so.
5K, yeah.
Or 2K to 5K. Yeah, and then you were like, hey, this is kind of popping off.
Yeah, that's kind of popping off. And then, I eeped, I fell asleep, and then when I woke up, like the first thing you told me was, oh, it's over 100K now. It's 100K now, and I was like, huh? What? I was like, what?
Nicola says, I followed Morphy because of it.
Yeah! I met Rikuo because of it. Nice, yeah. So, yeah, I still get lots of comments on those videos. In particular.
But how do you feel about this sudden, like you're perceived, you were perceived as such? Like, how do you feel about it? Like, TikTok is very different. Like, that's all I'll put it. Like, it's very different from what we're typically used to. So, how did you feel like when that thing gained traction and the kind of traction that it was getting and stuff like that? Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Well, I feel like I'm not a stranger to videos popping off. But yeah, you're right. TikTok is kind of different. I would say that, compared to my YouTube comments, TikTok's kind of thirstier. Yeah. But I'm just surprised that people recognize me from those videos. Even my last collab, I was playing Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader with Kosei,
Right.
Norumaru, Nemuri, Rui Taite, and the Nemuri was like, oh, you're that guy.
Grabe, ganun na lang yung introduction.
She even said that like that.
Kanina lang yung introduction. It's no longer like you're not that word on beat guy. Hindi siya parang, it wasn't even said in a way na you're not the word on beat guy. You're the word on beat guy. It's the wait lang, nag-echo yung on my end. Nagpi-feedback sa akin. Give me a moment, technical difficulties. Ayun. It's like you're that guy. So, okay, we have this just in. Rikuwa says, so I checked Morphy's most viral video and it's now at 557.7K. As I said, it's like 500,000.
Yeah. Where are the sponsorship offers?
Nang ano?
I don't know.
Nang ano? That's interesting. Yeah. Pero, okay. But yeah, that was a really interesting way to suddenly pop off on TikTok, and your account just grew. Your account just grew exponentially on TikTok after that. I've been following you for quite a while, so I know you've been
quite a while.
Yeah. So it's just a few thousand and stuff, and then suddenly you grew into a 5-digit follower count and overnight. That's insane. And yeah, but anyway, that was a really interesting stuff that's happening, but that's more of an unexpected thing, right? You
Yeah.
posted it for fun, and suddenly it's just like, oh my gosh, it gained traction. People are suddenly like finding this. People are suddenly perceiving me as this Omega. Omega.
Omega.
Like everyone was going like, where's the Omega audio? Wait, let me just quickly
Ah,
note this. Have a good one. Have a good Friday, Vox. Thank you for dropping by the stream.
have a
Yeah.
good Friday,
And enjoy
Fox.
the rest of your weekend, upcoming weekend.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So back to it. One thing though that's a bit more planned, that's different from your usual is recently you've been uh releasing covers, right? You've been releasing covers
Yeah.
also. So,
Mm.
among the covers that you've done so far, at least the ones that you've publicly released, what's your most favorite?
Ooh, what's my favorite? Oh, hmm. That's wait. That's a tough question because I like all of them. Hmm. This is so tough. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Wait, let me just check right now. Which ones did I release? Hmm. But yeah, like I'm just so happy that I'm doing covers now. You know, it was something I thought that wasn't possible because I see like a lot of VTubers do it, and I always thought that I'm not musically gifted. So that's probably never gonna be an avenue I'll explore. But then, I just thought one day, I'm gonna I'm gonna show it to Makeeya. Maybe a little something,
Uh-huh.
and then you were so supportive. You were so supportive. You were like, it was so nice.
That's it. You
And
guys, I just want to quickly address that. Terming it as supportive is a bit of an understatement. I was freaking out on our chat. Y'all, I was spamming our chats with like keyboard smashes and like fangirling feels and like one of the first things that he ever sent me was like one of my favorite songs. So I was like just freaking out. So putting it like, oh, Makeeya has been so supportive is putting it lightly. Yeah, he's putting it lightly.
ah, yeah. So circling back to your question, and it's also related to what you just said. It would, I sent you like a cover of Lost in Paradise, and you were very supportive. So I think that would be, I would say that probably is my favorite one that I've released so far, and also because the music video is also animated, so
Yeah.
I would say like that's my favorite so far. And then yeah, it's just mostly because your reaction and the fact that it's the first one I recorded, and it has a special place in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
uh, I also have another cover. Technically I haven't released it yet, but it's been shown on the radio like VTune FM.
Wow.
It's Hayoro Konde by Kochi no Kento, and that was the first like full song that I ever did, because the others are mostly like TV size covers. So
Yeah.
that's also like a favorite of mine, and the fact that it was featured in a radio station somewhere in America, which is this is crazy. Yeah. So shout out to Asha from VTune FM
Wow.
for
Shout out to
featuring it.
Asha.
Yeah, yeah.
Yay.
And yeah,
Okay, that's really cool.
so
And
those are my two favorites.
and
Yeah.
you mentioned that you like that wasn't like really released technically, but it was already played on like online radio.
Uh,
So, can you share with us? Probably can we know? Probably this is like a midnight radio exclusive. But like, can you tell us? Can you tell us like any future song covers in the pipeline which we can probably expect on your channels?
ooh. So okay. Okay. So for my debut month, I am going to be releasing some covers every week. So I've already released Akari, and I've released Lost in Paradise, of course, for my debut.
Mm-hmm.
And next week, on Monday,
Ooh.
on Monday,
On Monday.
I'm going to be releasing Haru. And it's the opening from Freerun, the second opening from season 1.
Wow. Nice, nice,
Yeah.
nice, nice, nice.
I'm excited to release that one. And I got a lot of songs that, I'm planning on releasing as well, and for a little spoiler,
A little
um
spoiler.
I think you might like this one. I recently recorded Dive Back in Time, and I'm going to.
Yay!
Yeah,
I saw your
I'm gonna
tweet. I
do-
saw your tweet, and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah. The
that
hint.
one frame. That one
Ah,
frame.
the one frame.
The Sobitingo is also nagwawala on chat.
Yeah.
Yummy! Shout out to Paisha
Yeah.
Joyce. Balik na kayo,
Yeah.
Paisha Joyce. Please, please, please. But wow, that sounds so exciting. Anything else?
Yeah.
Idol era of Lucanis Morphy.
Yeah.
So that's really, really exciting stuff. Any other titles that you can disclose here?
Hmm. Hmm. Well, what have I released so far? So I released Lost in Paradise, Specials, Akari, and then honestly, there's a lot. I got a lot of songs that I recorded. Right now, I just commissioned an artist to mix this song called Gray Rain, from the game Homie Cipher. Yeah. Well, the game's coming out on the Switch this month, so I thought, maybe it's time. Let's cover
I
that
see.
song.
I was waiting for Tengu's
Ah.
message on chat. I was freaking
Wow!
waiting. I'm crying. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Ah.
I'll save the feels.
Mhm.
Wow.
Ah.
AT,
Yeah,
welcome to the stream. Thank you for dropping by.
Hey, hello, Eternia. Hello. And yeah, I got a lot of covers lined up. Lot of stuff from anime and some stuff from Has Been Hotel. So I'm excited to release those soon. Yeah.
Yeah. And we're all excited to hear those or to see those come to life. So yeah, we're definitely looking forward to that. And speaking of the type of content that you do, I think you've been hinting, or not really hinting, you've been telling us a bunch of stuff about it earlier, like doing commentary videos, voiceovers, then turning to ASMR and stuff. And as I mentioned earlier, you've grown your channel all on your own, and it's now nearly at nearly 200k at this point. If we're gonna round it off to the nearest, it's gonna be 200k. So congratulations, totally congratulations on that, Dracula Morphy, Lucanis Morphy. Not the sussy vampire. No,
Yeah,
not
the wholesome Cat
we
Knight Vtuber.
acknowledge the presence of the wholesome Cat Knight Vtuber.
Very wholesome.
Very, very wholesome Lucanis Morphy.
Wholesome.
Yes.
Wholesome.
So, with that in mind, what do you think contributed immensely to your channel growth?
What contributed immensely to my channel growth? I think it was really the ASMR content. I think I had around 15,000 subscribers doing the reaction video stuff as anime characters. And then when I started doing the ASMR content, the X listener, the audios, it just shot up. The growth was so quick. It became 100,000
In a span of
in
a span of how long? You said that the growth was so quick. So, and that's we're looking at what span? It was averaging to a 15k when you were doing the commentary and the voiceovers and whatnot, and suddenly you mentioned that it was such a sudden spike to 100K. What
Yeah.
timeline are we looking at?
So I would say like I started full time doing the ASMR content. Like I'd say 2019, and then I think I got my silver play button during COVID. So I think in a span of a year, that's how it happened. Like it shot up to 100,000 within a year.
Wow,
With
that's insane.
ah ah
It's like, you mentioned commentaries and voice acting, and I think I've seen your socials before, and it says like Morphy, the voice acting VTuber. So, out of curiosity, it's like being an ASM artist. Was it ever like a part of the goal, or is it something that kind of like you did a couple of times and you saw the growth, or you just decided to stick with it?
I never thought I'd do ASMR honestly, because I was like, how am I gonna do that? And you see the IRL type ASMR where it's more whispery. They got those ear mic looking things, and yeah, I just never pictured myself doing that because I just wanted to voice like characters because I just had this huge My Hero Academia phase back then, and that's what brought me back into like to anime and Japanese like culture and media stuff was that anime. Like it turned me into a weeb again. Like that's what happened. Like from de-weebing, I got
The
re-weebed.
weebly.
Yeah. And then yeah, just and then one day, like while doing all that content, I just saw this one creator who was doing that ASMR content. Their name is Yagami Yato. She was doing a bunch of like ASMR character ASMR stuff, and I thought, that's interesting. I want to try that. So I did one video, like it was a Deku X listener audio, and oh my god, so many people like watched it and liked it, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll do a few more, and then a lot more people started watching it
Yeah.
more, and then I saw it like the growth, like I was getting more subscribers, more people requesting the X listener videos, the ASMR videos, and I was like, all right,
This is
you
my
know,
life now.
this is my life, what the people want, the people shall get. And yeah, fast forward to now, that's what I've been doing, and it's fun. It's fun. Like I record a video almost every day, and it's fun. It's fun. It's fun for me. It's fun for my wallet. It's fun for the people watching, and I hope, I hope like in the years to come, it gets looked back at fondly, or at least in a good way.
So you've been mentioning that it's a lot of fun and it's been super beneficial to you for sure. But like, are you able to like share something with us? Like, what do you see? At least for you, okay. At least for you, not the general thing, right? At least for you, what is like the downside for you in doing this type of content, or like having to rely on having to do this type of content to like live your life, basically?
Well, I guess one would be the frequency of like my uploads. It's I mentioned I do it every day. It's crazy, and most of the time I'm doing it without a script. I'm just winging it, and that's crazy now that I think about it. So I said I upload frequently every day, almost every day, and there were times where I was like, I kind of don't want to do it, and I feel there was those burnout moments, which
That's for
actually
sure.
led me to doing VTuber content because I thought to myself, if I had another interest that I was putting love into, then I felt like that took less pressure off of my ASMR content. Like, yes, I still need to make my videos to make a living, but you know, my mind was also like drawn to doing something that I enjoyed, which was,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
streaming and gaming, other passions. So I felt fulfilled with what I was doing, that
Mm-hmm.
it didn't feel taxing for me when I was doing what is essentially work, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, that was so the burnout was the one tough thing about uh, like my ASMR content, and another like negative thing is like just a lot of people kind of want to talk to me, a lot of the parasocial type of people, which I know it doesn't just it's not just limited to like ASMR creators, but every creator has probably
Yeah, that's for
experienced that at
sure.
one point. But I think like with the ASMR community in particular, especially like when you're doing like boyfriend audio types
Yeah.
or like character audios, you kind of get a lot of people that wanna interact with you. So as a creator, you have to like you have to figure out what kind of interactions you're going to be having with people and the boundaries you want to set.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's the hard part, like something like maybe I still I encounter to this day and try to maneuver
I think it's
until
also
now.
like
Yeah.
something that is becomes more and more inevitable, especially the more you grow in your field and the more that you become established in the type of content that you do, right? Like a lot, anything that you know, every form of growth some has some sort of like a trade-off. Like let's face it, that's
Yeah.
reality. You can't really grow without not having to face any form of trade-off, whether that's like yeah, in your case, like there's a burnout, there's the parasocial fans, or just having to deal with things that you never really had to deal with before. It comes with growth. And what kind of like boundaries do you set, or what kind of counteractive measures? Like you mentioned two things. You mentioned about the burnout, you mentioned about the parasocial fans. What kind of like counteractive measures do you do to, I mean, you mentioned about the burnout. You tried to look for like, doing your VTuber content, doing stuff that you want to do. You play games, you stream to find some other thing to pour love into, right? But for the other aspect of unexpected interactions, what how do you deal with that?
Well, I made a rule for myself. Like, if someone just starts a conversation with hi and I don't know them, I'm not gonna respond.
Like that's a general rule of thumb,
Yeah,
regardless.
yeah.
Guys, do
Yeah,
not
but
do that. Do not just strike a message, regardless of your intent, right? You can
mm,
probably be saying something important. You can probably be asking for a proposal, or you're gonna be inviting this person to like, hey, you know what? I
mm,
have a gig for you. Would you be interested? But somehow you just start with a hi, hi, and that's it.
yeah,
Guys, no, just go with your
yeah,
go with your
that's
direct
crazy.
to your
Yeah,
intent.
just say what you want to say.
Yeah, just say what you want to say. Just what you want to say,
Yeah.
because like, okay. So if you say what you want to say directly, there's a 50-50 chance. Probably the person would respond, probably not. If you just say hi, though, there's like a 98% chance that the person won't respond at all.
Yeah, and just those types of interactions I tend to avoid. Like, there's also like people that wanna, they wanna start drama, or they wanna talk bad about another creator. So when that happens, I try not to encourage that kind of behavior. Also, like if there's someone I suspect is, maybe too young, like a teen or a child. Of course, I'm not gonna, you know, have have a long conversation with them. If they're sending like a fan message, I'll be like, oh, thank you. But if it's trying to get close with me, I'm going to, you know, cut that conversation short or just ignore it. Because, I think something that a lot of content creators uh, don't think of is just, how fans interact with them, and how you handle that, because you are a person, you're a public figure essentially in a platform. So whatever interaction you have with a fan, even if it's something that you think is like a nothing burger or something, like it could spiral into something huge.
That's for
Which is
sure.
why you always need to be careful as a content creator, because if anything goes bad, like a lot of the time the blame will fall on you
Yeah, that's for sure.
as the creator, because you're seen as the person like in a place of power. Yeah.
And they're putting it like, you could have not spoken to this person, you could have not said that, you could have not done
Mm.
this, without really checking the other end. Like, probably, well, now at least I think that audiences are a bit more, what's this, this might come off as a not exactly the right term, but like a bit more educated, if like that's the closest way
Yeah.
I can put it.
Okay.
It's like, in that regard, like, they're no, okay, I got it. They're a bit more critical, right? Not educated, a bit more
Uh,
critical. Like, they typically just look at both sides. Like, it's not always like the creator's fault, it's not always like the fans' fault, and there's no one over the other. It's always like, what's happening in this situation, who really is in the wrong. Some people, let's face it, some people are, they're pretty trigger happy. Like, they see a headline just based off their entire opinion based on that headline, or based on a very very few texts. However, there are also those who are like, you know what's going on here, let me just deep dive on the situation, who is in the wrong, who started what, and just kind of like talk about that. So I think that's the good thing about, with more and more people doing content creation, with more and more people being in this digital space, people are also becoming more critical with the type of media that they consume. So
mhm.
yeah, Vampy said like she's surprised that your Morphy's community is so tamed. So yeah, kudos to
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Lucanis Morphy's
Mm. Mm.
community in that
Uh,
regard. But I have a quick curiosity. Is there like a specific situation? You know, like Vampy was mentioning about wait, balikan ko yung ano. So Vampy said saan na yun? The simps, yeah, the hard simps. Are there any like particular top of mind situation of such instances that were tougher to handle for you?
well, yeah, there were definitely like moments where I've experienced it, like either from my own community or from from someone else's community. Like from my community, I get like the people that won't stop DMing me, that kind of stuff. And you know sometimes I just hold back on um blocking or banning them, because sometimes you have those kind of people, like they're not necessarily like um breaking the rules, but they are, I don't know how to describe it, but they're very like, they're becoming like pushy, or
Yeah.
they're parasocial, or think they're close. So sometimes I hold back on that, but then I realize that maybe it's better to just ban them outright, or kick them out if they're being too much. And then from my experiences with like other people is just, I've experienced like people just weaponizing their fan base, sending it to attack others. And I just don't like that. I don't like that, and I've been on the opposite end of that kind of treatment, which is why my Instagram's still privated to this day, because I don't like the people that weaponize their fan base to send it to attack other creators. Like, I'd rather have a fan base that's, just pretty chill, casual, than a super, tight-knit fan base that will attack other people, like if they feel like their creator was wronged or something. Like, I feel like I'd rather have like a fan base that thinks for themselves, and instead of like a fan base that it's kind of like a cult like mentality.
Yeah.
I'd rather you guys like call me out if I'm doing something wrong, and or like have other things to do in life instead of like purely me 24/7. Like, I'd rather have that. And there's just so many other experiences that I've had. Like I mentioned before, like some people just want to start drama or talk bad about another creator, or they'll add the friends of that creator and try to spread negativity about that person. And then if they don't get their way, they'll go to the next person that creator knows and just try to be like a parasite or virus that spreads around, and just so many other experiences. Which is why, like, when I decided to become Lucanis Morphy, I decided to take a step back from like talking about stuff like drama or politics or stuff like that, because I feel like it's not my place to talk about stuff like that. I try to avoid like whatever's the latest drama on Facebook or on Twitter, and just
Especially in this
focus
space,
on
every
yeah.
time, like every single time, parang it's so often already that when you open socials, especially Twitter or like Facebook, and there's just something, there's always something going on.
Yeah. There's always something going on. So I decided, like, I'm not gonna put my energy into this. Like, I decided, like, if I'm gonna post on my account, it's gonna be about stuff that I like, or I just VTubing posts. I wanted to put my energy on something positive, because we get a lot of negativity now, especially in this era, in this climate that we live in. So I wanted to leave those kinds of drama or more important type of world discussions to people who are more qualified.
That's fair, yeah.
And I wanted to stick to my lane. Yeah.
Right. Like Lady Vampy here on chat says, especially those political things going on, even when you say like no talking about it. That's why there are chat rules, you guys, in the stream. When you visit the streamer's chat or whatever, there are chat rules that the streamers set, and sometimes, yeah, they bring such instances on their own on other people's platforms, which is like, yeah.
Yeah, we need more positivity in the world. That's what Bitengu said. Yeah.
And Rikuwa
we
says...
need more green.
We need more green. Rikuwa says, anime stuff, gaming stuff, and movies. Talking about the other stuff tends to be stressful and bad for one's mental health. There are so many things going on, right? Let's face it. I might go, a bit of a, like, parang... It's what do you call this? It's a contrary to what we're talking about, so I won't go deep into like the news and whatever. But you guys know what I'm talking about. Whatever the heck is going on in this world at this very moment, there's a lot of it. So if you can just like take a step back, take a step back, and as Morphy, as you mentioned, stick to our lanes and just talk about what we really want to talk about. Like right now, we're just vibing in a podcast and just doing this bit of a talk show and interviewing you, and if that's the positive vibe that we can bring to people on this cozy Friday night, then that's well and good.
Yeah. I want you guys to have like good vibes whenever you're in my stream or in Makeeya's stream or videos. I want you guys to like feel good, because there's already enough like bad stuff happening in the world. So I feel like as a content creator, I just want to make you guys happy. And I think
Maybe.
Makeeya agrees too
Yeah,
that
of
she
course.
wants to make you guys happy or scared. I don't know.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Skiroused, as Kira Kira Cat
Aroused.
would say it.
Yeah. Mm,
Skiroused.
mm. Yeah.
But yeah, same with the intent of like the Midnight Radio. The original intent of the show was to just have like that cozy vibe. Like right now, I guess we're not really gearing towards a more cozy vibe, but more of like a companionship type of vibe. You're feeling lonely this Friday night, you have nothing to do, you're feeling bored, then tune into the Midnight Radio, chat with us, just hang out with us, and let's keep you company tonight. Yeah, something like that, like
Yeah.
that kind of vibe.
Mhm.
So the goal is like what the major content creator said, promoting PMA, positive mental attitude. That's for sure.
Yeah. PMA, post menstrual attitude.
Okay.
I'm a vampire. I love blood.
Okay. All right. So stuff that you can't really take out if you're doing stuff on live, But yes, nabuga ko yung Pepsi. The chat is going.
Oh, Vampy also
Yo.
asked, when are we gonna have plushies of ourselves?
What? Honestly, like I would love to. We're
Yeah.
looking at doing it in a potential convention this year. So hopefully when that
Ooh.
happens, yeah, we can do
Ah.
that. I will remind myself to never drink when Morphy talks. Yeah, you
Oh,
know what,
me?
Vampy? Every
What?
single time. That's for sure. This always happens to us. This always happens to you.
Me?
Yeah. So yeah, so once again, you guys, if you have any sa blood typers pa ganyan eh.
The blood typers.
Yeah. So if you guys have any other questions, any other messages for Morphy, feel free to drop them in chat. We have a couple of questions that I've gathered from like comments from my posts earlier today. So we'll get back to that. But guys, it's an open conversation. Just feel free to add your questions. Right after the segment, we'll be doing a bit of a real time type of interaction with Morphy. But for now, Morphy, thank you so
Yeah.
much for being so down to answer all of the questions that we've had so far. I'm pretty sure some of these questions weren't exactly ones that were asked of you previously. And
Yeah.
all of that. So before I go on a bit of a break, guys, let me just go back to that on live last year. On live last year, where we were in a panel. This happened in IRL. Okay, it was an event. It was not. We weren't there virtually. We were there physically. Okay, so we were on the stage with Kira Kira Cat and Silver? Silver, right? Silver and Morphy. So we were like talking about voice acting 101, dubbing 101, like how to become a successful voice actor. Silver and Kira Kira Cat being extensive voice actors and dubbers as they are, and Silver is actually a dubbing director as well. They were like sharing extensive stuff, like, oh, I prepare for this, I think this is the best way to do it, blah 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 blah. And then the question would go towards Morphy, and we like, Morphy, what do you think about, like, what's your style, what type of steps or preparations do you do? And Morphy's just like, I'm just winging it.
Swinging it.
Just swinging it.
Yeah.
So most of like what's happening tonight as well is just, you guys are having a better glimpse of who Lucanis Morphy is. I know he's been like very entertaining and very goofy in like his posts in his streams, and of course he does a lot of ASMR content, that's for sure. So a lot of those like flirty way of like talking and like really really breathy type of voice acting. But you guys can at least now you guys have a better glimpse of how Morphy really like works, or how
Morphy.
more chicken winging it.
Chicken winging it. Ah!
Best rate for voice acting is improv. Yeah, but I guess before we go on a bit of a break, Morphy, sample naman dyan ng ASMR, oh. Uy, ginawa mo yan on live. There's a
No! That wasn't even
hindi yung ginawa mo. Just sample lang.
What happened, Bella?
Yung sample
Why are
na
you
niya
crying
is-
again?
Guys, by the way, that's what he did on live. He literally took the mic from from me. If you know, you know. Yun na lang. I'm pretty, like, everyone on chat right now, like, people who know me, IRL. So, if you know, you know. Like, I was there. I was the one hosting the panel, okay? I was the one hosting the panel. So, we were waiting for him to do his sample, right? So, everyone was just like, sample, sample, sample. I was holding the mic because I was just, like, looking at him, waiting for him to do something. Bro just stood up, right? He's wearing a cosplay. He's wearing a cosplay of himself. We were actually both cosplaying as Dracula Morphy at the time. I was female Dracula Morphy. Morphy is like, you know, the Dracula Morphy. So he was wearing this top with like a bit of a cape to it. And bro just stood up, right? With full confidence. Bro just stood up, flipped his cape, grabbed the mic from me. Guys, grabbed the mic from me. Went to the center of the stage and did the thing. What was the thing, Morphy?
What thing?
What did you do?
I don't know.
The speech. You just did it just now.
What speech? What speech?
Ano na lang, sige. Anyway, so Rico says, sample Alistair voice daw.
Okay, yeah.
Ang init!
Ang init. Mentally blocking it. We need the video. Yeah, we don't have the video. The official media partners did not upload it. So yeah, so guys, if you have any other questions and messages for Dracula Morphy, feel free to leave them on chat. We'll get back to it after this short break. Guys, bear with me. This is quite a bit of a requirement over the next couple of streams, as we will be sponsoring PHTubers Bayanihan. I'm a VTuber partner of PHTubers Bayanihan, Takbuhan ng Bayan. So for now, sit back, relax, posture check, hydrate check. We'll be back with you guys in just a bit. See ya! PHTubers Bayanihan is a Discord server for VTubers to gather and collaborate with each other and build connections. They've been around for quite some time now, but the successful relaunch in June 2025 changed the directive into helping not only PH VTubers, but also allow content creators and artists to find opportunities, organize collaborations easier, and host meaningful events to share Philippine culture to the wider VTuber community and empower charity events. After last year's two very successful charity events, PHTuber Bayanihan wanted to shoot for the stars and start the year with something fresh and healthy, all to get that young heart pumping. Takbuhan ng Bayanihan is not just a virtual fun run that you can participate in at the comfort of your own homes. It is also an event aiming to help provide better care and living for the elderly living in the House of Somang, Philippines. Of course, this event will not be possible without the help of its amazing sponsors. Mosaiku! Turn your ideas into standees, charms, pins, stirrers, cake toppers, and anything else you can think of. So as long as you can imagine it, their hands-on customer service representatives are more than happy to assist you. Unlike other acrylic suppliers, Mosaiku operates on a per-sheet basis, so this means that they leave the layout to you on how many designs you can fit within their A4 size template. With their affordable pricing at only 500 pesos per sheet, you can get your own charms for as low as 30 pesos, in fact, sometimes even less. With a team that consists predominantly of your fellow artists, they also understand the struggles of being a small creator. That's why Mosaiku also operates on a trust basis for orders of below 5 sheets, where you can pay after receiving your order. Their services are perfect for creators, artists, or anyone looking to turn their ideas into something tangible and unique. So don't miss out on bringing your creative dreams to life only with Mosaiku Prints. Also like to thank Pixel, the content monetization platform that elevates your content creation journey, made by creators for creators. No minimum cash outs and cash out real time through its native e-wallet, ePlayment. Sign up today through pixel4creators.com and don't forget to use the referral code PHTBayanihan to get started. once again, Takbuhan ng Bayanihan is happening. Registration is now open, happening throughout March, and the actual virtual fun run is happening in April. So I'm gonna go ahead and just check out a couple of questions on the chat. Yes, Vampy, there is a photo of the freebies. PHTubers Bayanihan's Facebook page. You can check it out there. Although they aren't posting it in like all in one go. So parang teaser type as per usual. Teaser type yung pag-post nila ng mga merch and stuff. So if you guys want to know more about the if you guys want to know more about the Takbuhan ng Bayanihan, feel free to check out the registration link right on the chat below. And if you are a Filipino VTuber, PH VTubers, or VTuber enthusiast, streamer, content creator, artist, and just generally a supporter of local content creators, feel free to join PHTubers Bayanihan's Discord server. So a lot of stuff are being announced there. They're also hosting like monthly collabs officially, like the official staff of PHTubers Bayanihan are hosting monthly collabs, and some of the other VTubers there that's where they kind of like scout. That's where they scout potential collabs. So yeah, do join that Discord server and meet your other fellow VTubers. And in that said, PHTubers Bayanihan is once again hosting Takbuhan ng Bayanihan happening in April. Registration is now open, happening throughout March. And thank you very much to Mosaiku and Pixel for sponsoring Takbuhan ng Bayanihan in benefit of the elderly living in House of Somang, Philippines. Yippee!
Yippee!
Yay! So yeah. I'm just checking a couple more things on chat. Try contacting Twitch on the issues with the 2FA. I already did. They actually responded and they said it's gonna take. They said they made changes, but I should wait for like 48 hours max before contacting them again if it's not working. So up until a few hours ago, before starting, tonight's episode, there's still like issues. I still can't receive my 2FA. So blah. Eat the Rich collab. Yes, it's happening on March 16th. So I hope you guys do check that out. I'm not sure who the official lineup is just yet, but Rikuo is going to be part of it. So we're excited for you, Rikuo. We're excited for you.
Yay!
Hope you enjoy the chaos. The chaos of that game. So, that said, welcome back, everyone. Once again, this is your phantom broadcaster, Makeeya, and you're tuned in to the Midnight Radio featuring Lucanis Morphy for tonight. Morphy, welcome back to you as
That's
well.
me! Yeah!
Yay!
Yeah.
So, that said, let's get to some other questions. I haven't seen any new one in chat, although I think Rikuo said they have one that they're kind of like saving for now. So, Rikuo, feel free to just drop it on chat or wherever. But I did get your first question. So, for now, I'll bump up this question from none other than our one and only Tech Boot Tito. Tito J.
Tech Boot Tito!
So this one came from Jeriel. Jeriel asks.
Sir Jeriel?
Sir Jeriel asks, when did the love for fried chicken start?
Well, this might be surprising to you, but I used to not like fried chicken. I used to not like the taste, like the chicken and the breading. But then one day, I'd like to say maybe I was, I don't know if it was like 5th grade or 6th grade. I started like watching. I watched someone like eat chicken, I think, and then it just hit me like an epiphany. It was the craving. It was the legendary craving.
Legendary craving.
Because I used to like order in McDonald's. I used to order the egg McMuffin or just the regular burger in McDonald's. And then I decided one day to order fried chicken. It was just a one piece at the time. It was just a one piece chicken. Now, fast forward now, ordering just one piece is unheard of for me. So I tried it. And then my mouth my mouth was I don't know what word to use that's not dirty, but it 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 enjoyed it. It enjoyed it. My mouth enjoyed it. It still sounds dirty, but my mouth enjoyed it, and that was the start of the
Lucanis
fried
Morphy
chicken
interview without
obsession.
context. My mouth enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah, and then yeah. Fast forward to now. My fried chicken love is stronger than ever.
Yippee! But yeah, that's true. Like Lucanis Morphy is just like your ultimate chicken enthusiast.
Fried chicken, fried chicken,
Fried chicken. Now I hungry, sabi niya
fried
Sobi
chicken,
Tengu.
fried chicken. Yeah.
Rikuwa says, coincidence, my dinner was fried chicken.
You didn't share.
Ala ka. And speaking of Rikuo, this question came from Rikuo earlier today. I saw the comment on my TikTok. They asked, can you still open your two other eyes?
Oh, can I? Perhaps. Will I? Let's see. Okay, guys. I'm going to attempt to open the other eyes. Here we go.
Ano okay ka po? Hindi ka na nakukuha ng mic mo. I guess. I guess that's the answer. Is that the answer?
Yeah, I don't think it's happening.
So I guess this is Lucanis Morphy, two-eyed cat vampire VTuber confirmed. Cat Knight Vampire VTuber confirmed. Two eyes only.
Nah, 2 eyes.
It's a nope, but there's the ASMR. Not me na nakakunot noo trying to open my non-existent third and fourth eyes.
It will happen, Tengu. Believe.
And Rikuo, would you want to share the question that you were supposedly saving for this segment? I don't have any more questions. I think for now, I don't think I have any other questions that are, at least that I've seen over the past couple of hour and a half, I guess, from the stream and from my post. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to drop them on the chat right now. Nisip ko kung meron pa akong question while we wait for... Ayun, there is Rikuo's question coming in. Is Morphy gonna be playing Paragnosia? Paragnosia.
Oh, Paragnosia. I see Rikuo has been playing Paragnosia. I don't know if I'll play it. It looks scary. Yeah, it looks scary. Right now I've been playing Silent Hill F, and then maybe I'll play what Makeeya played, the Dreaded Hut. So maybe Paragnosia is somewhere down the line. But I'm going to prioritize Silent Hill F and maybe Dreaded Hut. So yeah! Yay!
Yay! And speaking of Dreaded Hut, once again, quick shout out to Kent Puccino. Thank you so much for providing the Steam keys for the Dreaded Hut. Super duper appreciate it. So I've started my own stream on the game. I'm pretty sure I'm nowhere near close to being done with the game, but I did stream it a couple of nights ago. So far, I've been having a blast with it, all things considered, which is AKA the game doesn't have a map interface just yet, so it's really just a lot of remembering where the heck things are. There you go. So, Asobi Tengo asks, if you didn't pursue doing voice content, what other plans did you have in life? Gusto yung suspense.
In life. So to answer that, Asobi Tengu, before I decided to go full time in content creation, I worked as a concierge in a hotel, and then after that, I was in a call center. I did like it was like kind of like I don't know what to describe it like medical insurance or something like that. I forgot what was the term for it, but yeah, that was what I was doing. Now, if you're wondering if I had any other plans aside from those, I think if I wasn't doing content creation, I might have jumped back into the hospitality industry. Hospitals, no, just kidding. I mean, like doing stuff for in hotels, like working jobs in hotels. That's what I think. Yeah, that's my question. The answer.
Okay, that's interesting. And Morphe, I think you've also had a bit of like, I'm gonna be sharing it. Okay, I'm gonna be sharing it, but you also have like a bit of a bartending thing going on, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, I used to do that. Well, I joined a competition once for like college kids. It was like hosted by Bacardi, and we were using like Bacardi drinks for it. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I used to like mix drinks, and actually, I wonder if I would have continued down that route. Now that I think about it, I never actually, hmm, I never actually thought about it.
Existential crisis happening
Hmm.
right here only at the Midnight
Yeah.
Radio.
Would have, would I have done it? Hmm. Hmm. I'm not sure because, you know, sometimes me and Makeeya would go to this hotel and we went to drink, and I'd see the bartender there who's a friend of Makia's and
Shout
SOB
out to you,
Tengu's.
Papa Beats.
Yeah, shout out. And I would think to myself, no, I'm not worthy of your presence, that skill. I wish I was that skillful in making drinks. So I don't know if that was something I'd follow, but maybe it would be something like I would continue to learn. Because I feel like what I did for that competition was just I learned the skills for that competition, but I didn't pursue more afterwards, which is something I
Mm-mm.
wonder like if if had life been different, would that have been something I pursued more? Yeah. Yeah, that's my answer.
Cool, 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 cool. Oh yeah, Rikuo says unfortunately I can't drink alcohol. No, no.
Shout
And
out to Rikuo and Tech Butito.
yeah, thank you so much for sending. And of course, Asobi Tengu who also sent in that existential crisis brought to you by Asobi Tengu, only here at the Midnight Radio.
Oh, Tengu's giving me an existential crisis.
Okay, and yeah, if there would be any other questions, feel free to drop them right here. Alcohol will literally kill me. Oh no, you're like a friend of ours. We know someone of the same situation. So, nah, that's sad. But yeah, always
Yeah.
health first, guys. Safety first. Health first, all the time. Tango is the Tango is the crisis.
True and real. True and real.
Real? What?
Tengu is the crisis.
Grab you true and real Tango is the... Yo. Okay. Right, guys, so time check is 10:43 p.m. brought to you by the Midnight Radio. We're once again here live doing the Midnight Radio episode tonight, live with Lucanis Morphy. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're currently doing a couple more of like a Q&A, real-time Q&A with our esteemed guest tonight. So if there aren't any other questions, yeah, well, I'll try to monitor the chat for a bit. But if there aren't any questions, yeah, I guess that's about it. Morphy, once again, thank you so much for your time tonight. It has been such a pleasure having you here on the Midnight Radio. But before we bid farewell, farewell, please feel free to do your shout outs and, of course, tell us where we can find you and support you. Actually, in line with that, Vampy asked earlier if you're doing personalized audio. So take it away, Morphy.
Before I answer that, I'd just like to say thank you, Makeeya, for inviting me to the Midnight Radio.
Yay!
Yeah, I was excited to do the Midnight Radio with Makeeya because I love collabing with Makeeya, and I wanted to have this opportunity to speak more because Makeeya's good at carrying a conversation. So I thought maybe I should maybe this Midnight Radio would be a good opportunity for me to talk more in a collaborative sense with Makeeya. So yeah. Yay.
And this is probably the first time that Lucanis Morphy has spoken this much in a our live stream. So I'm thankful for that, Morphy. I hope you had a fun time answering those questions and interacting with chat.
Yeah, I love the Midnight Radio. Yeah. And to answer Vampy's question, I do personalized audios. If you join my Patreon, just search Morphy on Patreon and you'll see my face, my beautiful face. And I do personalized audios there. I do lots of not safe for YouTube content there and safe for YouTube content there. That's my stuff. That's where I put my stuff that I don't put on YouTube. And my name's Lucanis Morphy. I'm a Cat Knight Vtuber. You can find me on YouTube at MorphyVA, at MorphyVT, at Lucanis Morphy VODs. Yeah, you can find me there. For Twitch, you can follow me at MorphyVT. You can follow me on Twitter at MorphyVA. You can follow me on Facebook at Morphy the Voice Acting VTuber or at MorphyVT if you want to follow me there. And what else? I think that's it. Am I leaving something out? Am I leaving something important out? I feel like I'm not leaving anything out. So once again, I'd like to thank Makeeya for inviting me to the Midnight Radio. It's my favorite show in the entire world, with the best host, the best phantom in the entire universe. And thank you guys for watching me. And thank you for watching me be interviewed by this amazing interviewer. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lucanis Morphy. I've also pinned the chat, a message on chat containing Morphy's dump of links. So if you do want to check out Morphy and all of his socials, do check that out so you can figure out and check where you guys can find his content. Rikuwa says, hydration check for Morphy.
Hydration check, thank you.
Hydration check. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, that has been Lucanis Morphy. And Morphy, thank you for being here at the Midnight Radio. And for those of you who tuned in and are still tuned in, we hope you enjoyed this little live session. It's been such an honor for me to have Lucanis Morphy with us here on the show. And Morphy, thank you so much. For now, let's head over to a different frequency. Let's see. Let's head over to a different frequency. Let's head over to a different frequency. Let's do something. Let's have someone who's also doing a bit of a chat session. Otsupotsu.
Otsupotsu!
Welcome to the Otsupotsu gang, Rico. So we'll head over to someone who's also doing the same thing. Lots of vibes, lots of fun entertainment as well happening right now. We are gonna be raiding Tora RTP, who's doing Off My Chest PH, or I think they're going through Reddit posts of Off My Chest, and this is our
Good
raid
idea.
message. So Phantom Raid, let's do a
Yeah.
Phantom Raid over to
And the raid.
Tora.
Yeah.
But
Send
yeah.
them some pickup coffee.
Yeah, so until the next one, you guys, this has been your Phantom broadcaster, Makeeya, wishing you to sleep well, dream deep, and of course, don't let the shadows get lonely.
And this is Lucanis Morphy, and I hope you guys had a good time. May fortune favor you, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Let's go ahead and start the raid. Until then, you guys, see you guys soon. Bye.
Pick up coffee, yeah.